What's up, guys? This is SanchoWest, and welcome to Video Game B-School Classes in Session, and I'm going to break down what is known in the video game community as the claw technique. Now, I did not vet this hold. This is something that's been around forever, especially during the first-person old-school days of Call of Duty. Now, the whole goal of this technique is to never, ever, ever leave these bad boys, your thumbs, will always stay on the joysticks. Now, competitive players all over the world thinks this is very valuable. There's a lot of different controllers out there that are crazy gimmicks and whatnot, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you how the claw technique is very valuable to learn, especially if you want to up your game here on The Last of Us. First of all, let me show you the claw real quick. Now, essentially, a full-on claw is like this. As you can see, the buttons, your fingers shift over to the buttons here. Your pointer fingers cover all these face buttons in the D-pad. Your middle finger does the R1 and L1. Now, I would recommend you to switch your, if you're playing the PlayStation 4 version, you could switch it to enable you to have your trigger buttons to be L2 and R2. That is crucial for this technique for the claw if you're going to do what I recommend. Now, the full claw, as you see here, the ring fingers cover these buttons, the aiming and R2. Now, if you're on the PlayStation 3 version, it will be kind of different. These are your aiming buttons and whatnot. And so, forgive me, you're going to have to do your best to modify what I teach you guys today. Now, for The Last of Us, I do not recommend, like I said, the full claw. Listening mode, you will rarely use that in a fight, so much so, and to the point where you have to have a finger on it constantly. Of course, the shooting and aim one is vital. So, what I recommend is a kind of like a half claw. Let me make sure I get the controller here. bear with me with this setup. With the half claw, which is just like this. Yep. Yeah, just like that. The half claw. Adjust that a little bit. There we go. The half claw. Bum ba da bum bum bum. Where the just like this. Your pointer fingers control the maps here, the directional D-pad and the button face maps, all those kinds of things, the buttons and whatnot. And your trigger button is right here with your middle finger, just like that. This what enables you, because I noticed in all the forums people are wondering, how can you guys switch weapons and how can you guys hit the box at the same time while looking around behind you? Because again, the whole goal of the claw technique is to keep your thumbs here on these bad boys, so you can look around while manipulating things at the same time. So that way you always will be ready for just in case someone comes out of the corner. Again, you want to avoid, yep, here we go. You want to avoid doing this. You don't want to do that, because if someone sneaks up on you, that split second of reaching back to your thumbs, it could be over. And at the same time, you don't want to do this. Also, it's great with the claw. You can also get in your backpack by tapping this button, bringing it right over. And it gives you options to reach the option button real quickly. All these kinds of things are beneficial from the modification of the claw. Let's see right here. Perfect. See? Just like that. That is the claw in a nutshell, and I'm about to show you in the next half of this video of this technique in play. If you have any questions, comment below and I'll do my best to answer them. And comment below as well on how you guys do your own version of the claw technique. And let's go ahead and hit some live action, and let's see this technique in action, guys. All right, see you on the other side. All right, guys, this is SanchoWest, and here we are on checkpoint. I'm going to show you the claw technique in practice here. I'm going to do my best because I'm in an awkward sitting position right now to get this a little bit going. But as you can see right here, my fingers, my pointer fingers are going to do a lot of the work in terms of manipulating the map, in terms of picking up stuff, manipulating the camera. Oh! With my thumbs. I know I just used my pointer finger to shoot, but you want to use your middle finger to do that. And I'm trying to keep that as best as possible. Sometimes this X button could be a pain to get to. Here we go. And somebody's here. I saw them. Oh God, that was crazy. Sorry, I kind of got caught up, but I'm hoping you guys are just observing how. Good use of the burst. You guys are observing how I'm using the claw, or my modification of the claw, to be able to move around easily and keeping my thumbs on it. Maybe a little bit herky-jerky because I'm playing in a very uncomfortable position right now to show you guys how this works on camera. But we'll just play a little bit more. And you could kind of cheat. Like I said, it's just all modified. And depends on how you play naturally. You figure out little tricks on your own that make things comfortable depending on how you play. Yeah, there you go. And how you play. Sometimes you could cheat, move things off. You could move this a little bit. Go back and forth. Play with a full-on claw. Some people can. Let's see, making my way around here. It may look uncomfortable, but you'll get used to it after a while. The only thing that's real uncomfortable for me personally is trying to get to this X button. And sometimes I leave my index finger to listen, but you can move the middle one over if you want to.
Got a straggler! Careful.
Almost done. Keep the focus with us.
Nice. Enabled me to switch weapons faster. All those kinds of jazz there. You could move around while you're down because you don't want to do this type of stuff. Let me just adjust the hold. See, as you see, my fingers naturally want to move over.
Target down.
See, this is what you don't want to get into the habit of doing. Sorry.
Appreciate it.
So, but this to me just feels so unnatural to manipulate. Use your index fingers. At least start off with this. If you could start using a half claw by controlling this, that's a world of difference. In terms of working the map, the buttons themselves, that might get quite tricky to get used to. So, I mean, if you want to build up to this, start using this because maintaining your bag or switching weapons is very important, especially your throwables. But again, it's entirely up to you. Oh. Wow, this is a very fast round. Well, there you go. That is the claw technique in a nutshell. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Apologize if it kind of got fuzzy every now and then in terms of the quality of the blurriness. But there you go, guys. Try out the claw technique. Get used to it. Stretch your fingers. And get in a comfortable gaming position because your hands, you'll get used to it after a while. And you'll form your own weird style of the claw technique. And like I said, my style is completely different from every other styles. Again, this is the full technique. Getting all this like this, very uncomfortable for me. But I personally enjoy doing this kind. It's a lot easier for me to do it like that, to manipulate the buttons with my index fingers. But, you know, I cheat every now and then. There's no perfect way of doing it. Long as you're comfortable and long as you get used to it, because the goal is to be very efficient for The Last of Us All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little episode. I'll see you guys next time. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think and tell me your techniques for the others out there, because, again, my whole goal is to make the whole player pool better so you guys could enjoy a better game and have better competition. So we got to get a lot of this new people up to speed, because you know this learning curve was crazy. And so that's my goal on my channel, and that's my goal for The Last of Us. And that's the goal of Video Game B School. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next time. As always, ooh, yeah, peace. Let's go ahead and kick off this countdown, baby, at number 5. And it is from an anonymous user. Wants to remain anonymous, probably because he wrecked the dancing ship. You can still be an aggressive shiver, so let's go ahead and freeze it right there. All right, when your enemy's behind a cover or behind a wall, when they're being passive, that means you have to be the aggressor. You got